Hi Facebook world, this your girl La Kiki, Miss D. C. That is. I'm coming to you guys with The Walking Dead 5.2. I'm not sure whether I should call it 5.2 or not yet. I mean anymore, because that shit been outdated like shit. I haven't talked to you guys since I was saying my little predictions about what will happen and shit like that. So I'm just going to go over 1 and 2. I'm not sure. Actually, that wasn't 1 and 2. Because this is I think this is the 11th episode right here of season 5. But I'm going to still call it 5.2 because I want to do that shit. Yeah, I think there was like 10 and 9 then. I'm not sure. But anyway, like I said, period. Going over the first part a little bit. I'm not really going over the whole thing, but I just want to hit the main notes from the first and second premiere that came on before I hit this third one right here. So what I was saying though, was Tyree, he had to go. And I'm glad like shit that he left. Nobody gave a fuck about him. His dying scene was dumb as shit. Like, it was dumb as shit. Like, who would want to die? I would rather die out beast mode, like Herschel, and make people sad for me and all that. Like, I'd rather die out beast mode. But die out hallucinating and shit was not cute whatsoever. I don't know who told you that. I think the conflict of your contract issue is the reason why you were dead. But other than that, nobody gave a fuck if you were dead anyway, before the contract. So, I'm happy about that shit. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm glad that you, were dead. And who else? What else happened that I really didn't care but cared about, from that episode? So yeah. Basically, everybody hates Chris, love Chris, whatever the fuck. I'm so confused about what I think about him right now, and I'm still getting a good, okay vibe from him. I'm not sure whether I care about him that much. I'm not going to even lie. I'm not sure whether I care about him that much. But I'm getting a vibe like he's starting to become his own and stuff like that. But my main people I really don't give a shit. But jumping onto that scene, cause that whole first morning Beth and shit. Well, I thought it was supposed to be about Beth. Like the whole time they showed frames of like the beginning, or they showed the end in the beginning. So, it was confusing like shit at first. I was like, what the heck with these fucking twin boys? It looked like it was some horror movie shit. So I was just like, okay. Alright, yeah. So, this is about to be real dry. I felt like as soon as I seen that it was going to be a dry episode. I didn't get, it's about to be beast. I seen blood fall on the picture. No, I felt like something stupid was going to happen, and something stupid did. And so that's what happened for that one. So wrap that up. They only gave Beth a mourn for half a second. They couldn't even finish mourning her death before they was burying somebody else. Skipping along to the next part, the next episode that I missed, and then I rewatched it again. It was with Sasha Fierce face ass. I mean, you get beside your britches, because you can go like your motherfucking brother. You wasn't that, you don't bring that much to the fucking table. And for you to kirk out on Michonne like that, like, bitch, you better know what you're doing, for real. She was like, I told your stupid ass, don't be doing shit like this. This what your fucking dumbass brother was so stupid about. You coming him now. I will slice your motherfucking head. It's like, but that's when Michonne did that, pointing that finger like shit at her, and she got up like with the face like, I know you didn't fucking push me, bitch. Like, she got up like she was gonna do something. I did not know what was going down. All I know is that, Sasha, you don't want it, so you better stay your little nappy head ass to yourself for the rest of the trip, because you don't want it with Miss Xena Warrior Princess. You know you don't want it. So yeah, she was kirking out. She didn't get a chance to really mourn her brother's death, so I guess that's what she was doing, mourning it now, whatever. But it's a time and a place for that shit, bitch. Even Harriet Tubman had to shoot people, the other slaves, you know, her own kind, because you was blowing up the cover. You make all shit hot as shit, you got to die. I'm sorry, because we're surviving. You got to go through your issues. Like, everybody, people died. Like, get over yourself. What makes your brother the biggest death that's, oh, it's so terrible. Like, it wasn't that terrible. That one plop of dirt you dusted on your brother's body, girl, shed no tear like shit. Nobody give a fuck about no Tyrese. We still mourning the little girl's death before him. Fuck, we mourning Shane's death. Still more than Tyrese. I wish Shane and Daryl's brother come back from the grave. Like, to spice some shit up. But yeah, they found this new clean cut, clean face, new fresh North Face coat like shit. Dude, I forgot what his name was right now. I had it in my head, but I can't even think of it. His name was Mike Keith or whatever the shit. Like, I forgot his name in this episode. I gotta see a couple of, because I breezed through the thing, seeing what I need to see and such, and the rest of this shit was dry. Like, nobody want to keep talking about no mourning and all that, and everybody going through their little breakdown moments and stuff, acting like they did and shit, looking like The Walking Dead. Oh, because we are The Walking Dead. We ain't The Walking Dead. We ain't. Like, shit, y'all look like that, like shit, as soon as that rain shower came, rainstorm, and then y'all felt refreshed again. But anyway, yeah, so they meet this Sasha and Maggie go talk their little fucking feelings out about their dumbass family members. Both of them died for dumbass reasons, because both of them did dumb shits. You know, follow the plan and then nobody gets hurt, but your dumbass had to go and stab her. Y'all could have found another way to get him out. You know, go make a plan first, come back, and then execute it. Your dumb ass just had to go off your emotions and stab her. I don't give a fuck about your death neither. And I'm tired of your fucking music. La, 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 la. This is my life. Excuse me. Excuse me. Like, nobody got time for lullabies and shit, kumbayas when we in apocalypse like shit. We need some representation of home, though, to make us feel like we're still, like, human and society is still... No, bitch. We're in the apocalypse. The world is ending like shit. Nobody got time for no Barney songs and shit. So, I'm sorry, but I was not caring about her death. And I don't care about Tyrese's death. He mourning over some broad he met 2.5 hours ago at some prison. Like, I wasn't in that in love. You was just the only dick there that she wanted to screw. That wasn't involved with somebody. Like, you were the only one there. So, like, don't get beside yourself, Tyree. But anyway, good luck on the next show, because you was some shit in this one. And what else I want to say? Yeah. So they met this guy. This guy already knowing Rick's name and shit like that. They're like, what the fuck? How you know his name or whatever? Who you looking for? They both had their guns drawn like shit. So now I'm carrying over to the next episode. I'm like, be skeptical of the clean man. For real, be skeptical of his ass. Why are you so fucking clean? We stale as shit. Her dreads is knotted like shit. Her ush ponytail, whatever. That stale ponytail Sasha got in her head. All of them look like they need to wash their ass, their underarms, their hair, everything. Their feet, I know their feet funky like shit. Socks soggy like shit if they got socks on. You know, I know they funky like, oh, I can't even imagine. And being in Atlanta at that time, it was hot like shit. It would be good if they was in New Orleans doing this. It would have been real crazier. But yeah. So he finally meet Rick. They brought him there. Dumbass girls. Why the fuck would you bring him back to y'all shed? Even though he been watching him and all that, but still, like, you don't know what he got in store. This strange ass, clean ass man, you know. So yeah, that was dumb as shit on their part. That's why them bitches need to die. Sasha, I was feeling for a little bit, but she got beside herself, acting like she is the head honcho, female honcho in there, and Michonne about to get in that ass. So Rick, like, skeptical, like, something you need. Like, he just stopping by at a diner and shit. Something you need, we can help you with. Like, yeah, motherfucker, like, obviously I came for a reason. I've been watching your ass for a reason. You asking me like you helping me with favors. I'm the clean motherfucker. But anyway, Rick knocked the fuck out of him. I'm just skipping along because y'all seen that shit. And if you ain't see that shit, watch The Walking Dead, you guys. Okay? Watch it. I'm not going to go over every little detail with you because this is going to mess up the fun for people who is not really watching the show and they just getting my little ass review on it. I don't want to ruin certain parts for you. Some things you just have to see. I don't care if anybody review a movie that I knew I didn't want to fucking waste my money on to see. As soon as it hit my phone showbox, because nobody paying for no shit no more. As soon as it hit my phone, I gotta watch the show or the movie or whatever, because I gotta see exactly how the details that they gave me, I gotta see exactly how it turned out, because, you know, it's always a little bit more than what somebody described it as, or sometimes they try to make the joke out of the movie and sometimes they don't get that shit right, and you watch the movie like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know what the fuck they was telling me about, but, you know, now I get it. Ha ha, you know, it was like, yeah. But, yeah, so, dang, what the fuck is flying over our heads? But, yeah, so that sidetracked me like shit. So, yeah, watch Walking Dead, because I'm not going to give you all the extra details. I'm just going to shoot at the main points that I like. And that's what I like about doing this YouTube thing in my reviews, because my reviews is my fucking reviews. And if you want the whole thing detailed out, you might want to go on AMC.com/The Walking Dead so you can get that shit laid out, because they ain't I ain't getting paid for all that. But I'm not getting paid for all that, you know. I'm going to say what I like of it and what I want to predict what's going to happen. So, yeah, so I guess Rick is skeptical, and he has every right to be skeptical. Even, what's her name? Carol was like, Rick, even though you're wrong, you're still right. Finally, something they both can agree on. You know, now he like, okay, she like, I respect the fact that you being skeptical. You got to bring your daughter into this so-called fucking camp, concentration camp. That's what I think it is. But Rick was all like, when we left, when we went to the governor's town, what did you hear? Nothing but the quietness, whatever. When we arrived at Terminus, what did you hear? Peace and quietness. You know, like, so be skeptical of the quiet population. You don't hear nobody, be skeptical. And I really think that this place with the, what do you say, 15 feet metal steel rails and such like that, you know, blocking humans and the undead from coming in. Be skeptical of that shit. Who was alive during the apocalypse that can have time to build, like they just, like the fucking world and go to an end, like you just going to a job and you could take your motherfucking time building something, like making all that noise constructing something? Who did that? Unless it was already, you know, made like that and y'all found it and y'all made your own place out of it and did a little extra on the side to build extra stuff or whatever. But who did all that? Who took the time to do all that in the apocalypse? Be skeptical of that shit. So yeah, I don't agree with that at all. I'm sorry. I'll get my stuff ready because I'm supposed to be doing work like shit, and I'm supposed to be doing work like shit, and I'm up here doing this review because I had a little extra time. But yeah, be skeptical of that shit. That's all I'm saying. The best parts to me was, one, when they came in, when all the guns was drawn. Megan said, "Hello, y'all. I have a guest," and all them drew their motherfucking guns. Even his little punk ass, William Tyler James or whatever, his punk ass drew his shotgun. I'm like, boy, what you doing with that shotgun? That shows you shoot that shit, you flying with your broke ass leg, you know, or foot or whatever the shit. But yeah, he weak as shit. I'm sorry, he gonna die. I guess they got him in a couple of more episodes, but I guess I can't get the shit out. He's expendable for real. Them two Latino girls got to go too. You know, because I don't give a fuck about them. I'm sorry. I just like the Sergeant, Michonne, Rick, of course, Daryl, Carol sometimes. And that's pretty much it. You know? And did I say the Sarge? Because I think the Sarge can make a good addition now. Like, he got his mindset right now. He ain't going back loony, not in his own world, not like, oh, my mission is to die now. Like, I don't have no more mission. Now you have mission. And fuck, you still going, y'all close to DC now. Y'all seen that monument like shit. So, you remember you always wanted to go to DC? And he became teary-eyed like shit. Second is when he started talking to Rick like, now on the next picture, like it's a tour guide and shit. We in an apocalypse, bitch. Like, why you describing everything from the pictures like we about to go to a picnic and shit? And on the next picture, how about I walk over and knock your motherfucking ass out and then find out what I need to find out? You ain't saying nothing but googly shit. Like, nobody got time to listen to all that nice shit. Get to the nitty gritty of the ugly part of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the most valuable thing we need are humans. You ain't taking my ass. And that sound like some Terminator shit. After they've been through that, and then you gonna say, humans is our main resource. That's more like saying like still on some cannibal shit. To me, that's what it sounded like to me. Or some enslavement type shit. And they already had enough of all that. You know, especially coming from the hospital. So Rick knocked his ass out. It's like, get off him what you need to get off him. We need to see what he about. He got a flare gun. Why he had a flare gun for? Who he wanted? Who you with? How many people you have? He's like, would it matter if I name? I can name 2. I can name 80. I can name 450. I can name such and such. But would it matter? You still won't believe me and you still won't go with me. You damn right. I just want to see what I could dig out your ass. He was like, son, you still didn't answer my motherfucking question. How many people do you have with you? And he was all like, 1. Get the fuck out of here. And that's what he gave him to look like. But anyway, all the rest of the group wanted to see what was going on, because if it was a possibility to have a better life, of course they're going to take it, because of course we need a show, and of course we need the drama of the show. So of course that's what's going to happen, and that's what happened. You know, and so far he was right about the stuff he's saying, but I still feel like it's something funny going on. I still feel like it's something fishy. They're going to show you everything you need so that you can get more and more trust out of it. So, yeah, I don't believe that shit. That was the second thing that I'm talking about that I like. Thirdly, I like when Rick was like, he was like, you can just go on Route 16, go straight up, because we cleared Route 16. And Rick was like, y'all clear Route 16? We going 23 to 16. He's like, why are you going to risk your group dying and getting hurt? Because we didn't clear 23. We cleared 16. It took more than one person to clear 16. So I guess he had the feeling like you ain't about to catch us in a booby trap and then pick us off one by one. We're gonna sneak up on their ass or come from behind. You know? Whole time Show was feeling skeptical of him after she pleaded with Rick, and not even plead, just say, bitch, this is what we gonna do. Like, I know you think you was the head honcho in charge, but now that I have my little say-so in, like, oh no, this is what we are going to do. And I guess she got pulled because I guess they've been fucking. So it's like, no, they act like that anyway, or it's coming close. But yeah, that's how they act. But I guess she got a little pull, so you know, pussy always end up winning. Dick always listen to pussy because he wants some more pussy. So TMI, but you know, she got control of him. You know, him and her and Daryl got control of him. Might be both ways, ain't nah, but anyway. So I guess the little gay couple, yeah, because they meet. I'm skipping. They meet. What's his name? Charles, or Paul, or Tim, or I don't give a fuck. His friends, his boyfriend, fiance, husband, whatever. We meet him. His foot is. Ankle was broken, or foot is broken, swollen, you know, and I guess he saves, Rick friends saved him. And I guess they figured like, yeah, see, he was by himself, and he shot the flare gun. That's my favorite parts too of the scene, when everybody broke off and Michonne realized, where the fuck is the people in these pictures? He's like, we took a group picture, but the exposures. Get the fuck out of here. That sound rigged like shit. We took a group picture, but the exposures messed it up, you know? So it was exposed, so you couldn't see the part of the group. Motherfucker, I can see an arm, a head, or something. Like, I'm able, even with the messed up exposure, to see some part of that shit. You know, bitch, get the fuck out of here. I'm just dying laughing like shit. Get the fuck out of here with all that dumbass shit. Exposures was messed up, so it didn't come out right. So you couldn't just take another one you just got one picture of your group with one exposure. Like shit. Fishy. But I'm gonna wrap up this review. This is what I think. When they came to that, when Rick finally heard that the class, it sounded like a pre-recorded class coming out to recess. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like, at first I thought in the background that it was a bunch of, I thought it was a bunch of kids. What I'm trying to say. I thought it was a bunch of kids walking in the background, but then you see that it was the rest of the group that was in the RV that was coming up behind Rick and them in the car. So, yeah. And I just noticed that her and Rick had their little alone time driving there. Anyway, that was just what I'm thinking. You know, I can't wait for them to expose that shit. But, yeah, I think it's a pre-recorded classroom setting of children going out to recess, making it sound like everybody giggling and laughing behind the wall. And that wall was weak as shit. What 15 foot such and such steel beam, but you got a side padding of a building that looked like that, you know? So I think that was it's something wrong with that. It's something wrong with you having a steel beam on one side of that whole community, but then you have a wall that looked like some shit when you're entering it. You know, humans and zombies could end up, you know, knowing how to get through that. So, I mean, that just seems skeptical to me, and I just think that it's a pre-recorded voices of children, because as you see in the next episode, previews of it, it looked like the town is still empty like shit. Houses look good and all that, but it's empty like shit. You know what I think? This is what I think. You ever watch The Hills Have Eyes? And in The Hills Have Eyes, you know how when their town was just so toxic, they did experiments on their town. The people started getting deformed, having deformed babies and all that, and then just everybody just started dying out, and it just became what once was a good town was just monstrous and just, deserted kind of. So in order to feel back like everything's normal for these people, they recreated how their lives used to be before deformity became, apparent in their community, and people start dying because of the toxic stuff that they had in their area. The toxic spills and stuff, did that to them. So they were basically like living in the model houses, and I think they created the model houses for the people to feel better about recreating it and making a town better again. So they made model houses with model dolls, like dummy dolls, like little kids that look normal, human, mommy and daddy at the table and showing programs on TV. Like, I believe the two couples recreated their own society, and the people are really dolls. Like, the people are really mannequins. That's what I meant to say. I don't think it's real people. I think they made people in their head, like how Will Smith did that in I Am Legend. I believe the way he was recreating things, talking to the dog like he's human, or talking to the mannequins in the stores and setting the mannequins up like he was interacting with humans when he was going to the store, like grocery shop or anything. Like, I believe that they recreated their society in their mind, but it's really no people. And I believe that's the most dangerous people that they probably come across. The ones that smile in your face. Hey, from a friend, we're harmless. It's only me and him. But I believe they are capable of a whole lot. Mark my words, when the episode shows some mannequins or anything like that, and they're talking to themselves, and you like, what the fuck? And they start, like, even Carl had to pull out his motherfucking knife because he felt like this shit was scary. I think it's going to be something like that. Mark my words. Until then, I'll catch you on the next episode, because I'm glad I updated, what is it, 9, 10, and now I'm on the 11th. This is the 11th one. So I just wanted to get that updated, you guys. So, like and subscribe my channel, please. And watch The Walking Dead so you can be, knowing what I'm talking about in these reviews. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch The Walking Dead. Just start from the first beginning, because you're going to miss everything. So it's best to start from the beginning, because you're just going to be hooked like shit off the second one. So yes, watch The Walking Dead, and like and subscribe my channel, you guys, and I'll be talking to you in the next episode, or maybe sooner if I see anything interesting on TV besides Walking Dead, Empire, and what else. My Big Brother for me might be Scandal and other shows for other people, but How to Get Away with Murder and all that dumb shit, but it's not interesting enough for me. I try to get through that. So it's Empire, Walking Dead, and definitely Big Brother for me until Ray Donovan comes back on and Dexter comes back on. So, I holla. Bye.